Hi, welcome to Carolina Cooking. I'm your host, Tom Zelenka. A lot of people ask me when I tell them I'm doing a cooking show, are you a chef? No, I'm just an average guy learning to cook alongside of you. And today, we're learning to make something classically Southern today. We're making chicken and we're using pecans, rice, and we're gonna try to do it in 30 minutes or less. Can we? We'll keep watching. If I can make it, you can too.
The worst cook on TV. And the best chefs in the Carolinas.
Not to worry, we're trained professionals.
If you can learn a lot from your mistakes, you'll learn the most from Carolina Cooking.
And a shrimp.
If Tom can do it,
Looks delicious.
so can you.
Now that's Carolina Cooking. Wow, this is incredible. Joining us today as our teacher is an excellent chef from Asheville, North Carolina. From Cafe on the Square, Chef Wilson Hawes.
How you doing, Tom?
Doing good. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
I'm excited about this. This is all classically Southern ingredients. We have the rice, we have the pecans, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Little honey. You can't go wrong with the honey.
Oh, honey! I didn't even know about that. What's the fancy name for this dish when I order it at the restaurant? Because this is a signature meal, right?
There's nothing fancy about it, Tom.
Okay.
It's just a typical pecan chicken with a honey Dijon glaze.
Well, that's
rice and a vegetable.
That sounds good enough for me. So, where do we begin on this?
Well, we're going to start out with the rice here.
Okay. All righty.
Since it takes a little bit longer to cook.
All right.
What you're going to do here, we're going to bake the rice this time.
I've never baked rice before.
I like to bake it because I don't have to watch it on the stove and make sure I don't burn it up.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Good to know.
Basically, what you're going to do, we're just going to take this right here, this water we got set up, about 2.5 cups.
Okay.
Go ahead and just pour it in. Just go ahead and pour it in.
Water
Makes
in.
it real easy.
Yeah. All right.
Pour your 2 cups of rice in.
2 cups. So is it always equal parts water, equal parts rice?
I got about half a cup more water than rice for this when we bake it.
All right.
Put about 2 tablespoons of butter in there.
All righty. 2 tablespoons.
There you go.
And what is all this?
This is our mixed herbs. It's going to have a little bit of oregano, a little bit of basil, onion powder, and just a little bit of salt mixed in there.
Can I check it out?
Taste it up.
That's nice. That's good.
Right,
Yeah, I like that.
Very
Very oniony.
simple.
Yeah. And so
Just throw it in there.
all right. No sprinkling. Just there we
You
go.
can just dump
Do I
it
have
in
to
there. Keep it
stir or
easy.
anything?
Stir
or
it
is
up a little bit.
All right.
And then we're gonna.
And we need to put this in the oven?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're gonna do it for about 20 minutes or so.
At what temperature?
350.
All right.
Your
And
standard temperature.
just like this?
Now we're gonna cover it with this little bit of tin foil here.
Oh, okay. All right. And that'll keep the water from boiling out,
It'll
I guess?
steam it up.
Okay.
Exactly.
All righty. Cover it up. I'll get the door for the oven.
Heard.
Voila. And in it goes. And so we don't even have to watch it.
Don't even have to watch
let
it.
it go. That's
Don't even have to watch
fantastic.
it.
Fantastic. So what's next? What do we learn to do next?
Now we're gonna make a marinade.
Ooh.
We're gonna marinate the chicken here.
All right. Which is completely different from serenading the chicken, which I've done in the past, and it really doesn't tenderize it or anything. It just looks weird and people stare at you. Did you ever notice?
Right.
Do you ever serenade chicken before?
Serenade
I understand you play
chicken. I
jazz
like to- I
guitar.
like
Do you
to-
ever play a little jazz for the chicken?
Well, we constantly sing in the kitchen and we beat on pots and pans and when we cut
Fantastic.
with
All
knives.
right.
We make beats and stuff.
Yeah. We can do all that here too, by
Exactly.
the way, just to let you
Alrighty.
know. So what
Alrighty.
goes into the marinade?
Basically, we're just gonna take a little bit of regular soybean oil.
Okay.
Just pour it in.
All right. And that's what, about a quarter of a cup that I just used? Okay.
The same amount, half and half of pure sesame oil.
Half and half of pure sesame oil.
Well, half sesame oil, half.
I'm with it.
There you
okay.
go.
Half sesame oil, half the other oil. And then some garlic, all this
Put
garlic.
a couple pinches of that in there.
Couple of pinches of garlic.
There you go.
Are you talking big pinches? You talking little pinches?
Little pinches.
Oh, never mind
That's
then.
about perfect right
Okay.
there, Tom.
Good.
Some black pepper.
One day I'll be able to do it perfect. But that was
Oh,
just
yeah.
about perfect, so I understand. All right. And this, again, is a signature dish. This is something a lot of people have loved at the
yeah.
restaurant
Oh, yeah.
for years.
For the 7 years I've been there, it's been on the menu. And
Okay.
perhaps probably for about 3 or 4 years before then. I don't know who came up with the recipe though. But it is a staple dish at the Cafe on the Square.
Yeah, and people just keep coming back and coming back.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
they love it.
All right. Well,
I'm never gonna take it off the
I'm
menu.
excited to give it a shot and see how it works out here.
And basically just put your 2 chicken breasts in there. And we're gonna let them sit in there and marinate for a few minutes before we get this.
Alrighty. So that's one. And how long? You could, an hour will do us, or do we have to let it go overnight, or?
At the restaurant, I usually like to let it go overnight.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. Well, we're just gonna let it sit in here for a little bit.
Perfect.
Because it'll work out, right?
It will, it'll work out perfectly.
All righty, and so that sits and marinades, and what can we do next?
What's next is we're gonna make the breading for this chicken.
Now these are the pecans. Are these locally grown pecans?
These right here are not locally grown pecans.
See, I stumped you there. Yeah.
They should be.
Yeah.
But
they're good.
they are good.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the difference, to tell you the truth.
I don't think I would either, to tell you the truth.
So how many of these we need? Because I'm about ready to eat the whole bowl
We'll
here.
need about a half a cup of those pecans.
Okay, so that leaves a half cup for me. So about a half cup in here?
Yes, sir.
All right. And this is going to be our breading.
Just pour that whole thing in. There we go.
All right. No, I have none. Well, that's cool. So
it'll be good.
Breadcrumbs?
Yes, sir.
All
Just
right.
dump all that in there.
Now what's this up front here? What are these two?
Okay, that's coriander.
This one right here is coriander?
Yes, it is.
All right, and that?
It's onion powder.
Onion powder. Do we need the coriander next?
Yep.
All right.
Just use pinches.
1 pinch or 2?
I'll tell you when. Do another one.
One more.
Let's do 3.
3.
There you go.
I wish I could tell you what coriander tastes like, but I'm sure it just tastes like coriander. So, but
How would you describe it?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I can't really describe it. I think it tastes like coriander, to tell you the truth. And this would be
onion powder.
Onion powder, and I'm sure onion powder is going to taste like onions.
Exactly.
All of this, or just
That's
a pinch?
perfect amount,
right.
just like that.
And salt?
Yep, about 3 or 4 pinches worth of salt.
I wonder what salt tastes like. Okay.
You don't want to use too much
3,
of that,
4.
that's for sure.
1, 2, 3, and this is the thick
that.
stuff.
Let's do
This is
that.
the kosher salt.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Alrighty, and that gets all mixed up in there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Here we go.
All right.
And done?
What we want to do is pulse it.
Ah.
That's looking about right there, Tom.
All right, you saw I got the kitchen, like we were hanging out in your kitchen. I got the rhythm thing going. Well, we're gonna come back and we're gonna finish up our chicken when Carolina cooking continues. Ah. Oh, sorry. Whoa.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Hi, welcome to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with Chef Wilson Hawes, playing a mad spoon there during the break. He's a wonder on the wooden spoon, to tell you the truth, and also a wonder in the kitchen. We're cooking up our chicken recipe here, and we still have quite a few steps left to do.
Yes, we do.
We have, we have to dredge the chicken clearly, and what are we doing over here?
Before we do that, we're going to make the glaze that goes on the chicken.
Oh, wow, okay. What kind of glaze is this?
It's a honey Dijon glaze with a little bit of special delight touch.
Okay.
Which would be whiskey.
Whiskey.
All right.
Huh. Okay.
So, Tom, I want to have you take this sourwood honey here.
All right, we have honey.
Yes, sir.
Big
Pour it in a
old
bowl
cup
here.
of honey. Mmm.
There you go. If you need this
Thank
right
you.
here, grab that.
Get the rest of it out there. Is there anybody in the world that doesn't like the taste of honey? That's what I wonder sometimes late at night.
I wouldn't think there's too many of them out there.
Did we need this again?
We can use the wooden
Okay, good.
spoon. I'll just have to get another one to play drums with you
that's
here in a
good.
minute.
It's dripping all over the place. Let me give it back.
Here we go.
Alrighty. And what else goes in here? The Dijon?
Yep.
And what kind of Dijon is
That's
this?
coarse.
Coarse?
Grainy, coarse Dijon mustard.
Alrighty. And is there a particular brand that you prefer?
No, any brand will work.
Any brand, of
That's
course.
enough. Hold on.
Oh.
Now let's mix that up and see what it's looking like here.
All right.
Perfect. Now what you want to do, Tom, is you want to take this apple cider vinegar
Okay.
and pour a little bit in, then mix it up, and let's see what the consistency is going to look like for us.
Oop, try to get some actually in the bowl.
Now taste that for me. See how
Alrighty.
that's going.
That's good, actually. That's very good. I like it at that stage. You let me know. What do you think? A little more?
Just a hair more. Just
Okay,
a hair more.
hair more?
There we go.
All right. Now, for those of you who are concerned that we stuck our fingers in our own marinade or our own glaze here, we're cooking for ourselves. We're the only ones eating it. Well, the crew may get a spoonful, you know, forkful, but they don't mind my hands being in everything. Do you? Okay.
Now add a pinch of salt to that for me there, sir.
Little pinch of salt.
Yes.
Okay. And what's this up front?
That's cumin.
Cumin?
Yes,
Not
sir.
to be confused with coriander?
Not to be confused with coriander.
Alrighty. And a pinch?
Yeah, do about 2 or 3 pinches of that. 2, 3.
Little luck
There
for
you
both
go.
shoulders. All right. And then we're going to give this a taste.
Yeah, I want you to taste that again.
All right. Let me see here. Wow. That's really good.
Can you
I could just
taste
eat that on my own.
Can you taste the cumin in there?
Yeah,
Does it need
absolutely.
more?
I don't think so, but you're the chef.
Let me try
Get
it
a
out.
finger
Let
in
me
there.
try it
Let
out.
me know. All right. I mean, you could punch it up just a little with a little more.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Give me a little bit more.
Alrighty.
That'll be enough for that.
All right, and that's all done.
No,
Anything else? Oh,
we
no?
need the magic.
What?
Whiskey.
I don't know where that is. No, we don't really. I think we've lost it. We don't have any out here, so I think we're, yeah. Well,
Who stole it?
we may have a little bit.
There we go. There
I
we
was
go.
just, well, there was going to be a party afterwards, and so.
Now, you don't have to use this if you're not a drinker.
Okay.
But if you like the taste of alcohol, this really sets it off.
Now-
Let's bring this back.
Is this going to cook down too?
No, this is
Okay.
going to be raw.
Oh, well then we're fine with
Let's
that.
put just a little splash
Just a splash.
right there.
All right. Okay,
If you notice-
fine.
There we go. Now taste it and tell me what you're
All
thinking
right.
here.
Good. I think we could put another splash in, but I think we're good. Right? He's thinking. He's processing.
Put another splash in.
One more splash. Yeah. All right. Ooh, ooh.
There we go.
Alrighty.
Perfect.
Now it's drunken chicken.
That's
all right. So
perfect.
that's all done. That's all made
is
up.
perfect.
Now
Now
we got to
let's-
get our chicken ready.
Yep. Let's dredge these chicken breasts.
All right. Here's a plate for you.
Oh,
Plate
here
for
we
me.
go.
And these have been marinating. If you like we said earlier, if you want to leave them in overnight,
Yep.
it works out just even better.
It does work out better overnight.
So this one would be yours. There you are,
Thank you, sir.
And one for me.
Now this is where we get our hands just a little dirty.
Yep. And just we're physically going to be putting that there. Okay. Just dredging the what pecans in here.
Pecans, Japanese breadcrumbs.
Okay. All right. Now, how long have you been working there? You said 7 years at Cafe on the Square?
Working on my 7th year.
Okay. All right.
Started there at the dish pit.
Really?
Moved from dish pit straight to the hotline, and then eventually became executive chef over there.
Wow, congratulations. That's fantastic. So, you know the entire kitchen from
Oh yeah.
from where it ends to where top to bottom, basically. Yeah.
Got
All
to.
right. So we got that.
That
all-
looks good.
Thank you. All right.
Alrighty, now make sure you
Wash
dip your
off my
hands in
hands.
that water just for a second.
All right.
There. Now put the pan on that heat.
All right.
You probably want it on about medium heat.
Okay. All righty. So we have it there. And how long do we let the chicken go for? What are we looking for?
Well, we're just gonna brown both sides, and chances are we're probably gonna have to finish it in the oven for a
Okay.
minute.
And that's a good
If it
tip.
doesn't cook all the way through, you want to finish it in the oven.
That's a good tip, by the way, the finishing in the oven. That way you don't burn it in the skillet, and then you're able to get the inside cooked perfectly, as perfect as the outside. We'll have additional tips like that in our cookbook that'll be coming out soon. And that's
see this.
one of the best things that I've learned from the chefs that I've worked with, is that whole finishing it in the oven.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so now that's about medium heat.
Let's add a little bit of more oil in
A little
there,
more
please.
oil. Gotcha.
Now this is olive oil we're cooking with right now.
Alrighty.
Now that's good.
All right.
Perfect.
And now ready to throw some chicken in?
Sure thing. Let's try it out.
And there we go. And I'll get the other piece in. And we're gonna go ahead and brown this up, and when I come back, I'm gonna actually be talking with Aris Ragazeas and finding out which wine he's paired with our recipe when Carolina cooking continues. All right, one more in here.
There you go.
Ooh, okay. You're ready.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with our wine expert, Aris Ragazeas, and Aris has picked out what he thinks is the perfect wine for our pecan encrusted chicken, right, Aris?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Don't I
And
always?
so you went with, yeah, well, you do a great job all the time, but you know, I still got to have that little bit of doubt there, the drama, you know? So why a red with chicken?
Well, chicken is actually very flexible to go with either red or white. I picked a red this time, but a lighter style red, a Pinot Noir.
Now this is, I've heard that this is the red that you want to spring on people if they're white wine drinkers to try to convert them over to the other side, to the dark side, so to speak,
Exactly.
right?
Now, this Pinot Noir is from the McMurray Ranch.
Okay.
And this is on the Sonoma coast, which means it's got a cool maritime climate. And Pinot Noir loves a cool climate. You don't want Pinot Noir to get too ripe.
Much like you, huh,
Yeah.
Aris?
Absolutely. And it's nice and cool. The grapes don't get overly ripe, so they retain a nice crispness to them.
Okay.
And that's what makes it go with the chicken. It's not going to overwhelm the chicken with too much fruit extract, and it's not going to have very much in the way of tannins.
Oh.
It's going to have a lot of nice crisp acidity, much like a white wine does.
Okay.
So in a way, it's like a white wine on the palate, but it tastes like a red wine.
Okay.
And that's what makes it such a flexible wine. Notice the color is not exceptionally dark,
No.
more of a scarlet red than that deep purple of a Cabernet style wine.
Oops.
Nice light fruity aromas like strawberry and cherry, with a little bit of sweet oak in there too.
Yeah, actually I can't smell the cherry. This time I think I agree with yours. Okay.
Taste it now. Notice how it's nice and round on the palate. That doesn't have that astringency in the tannins, but has that nice crisp acidity. This is not going to overwhelm a chicken.
It's not going to wrestle it down to the
No,
ground
no,
and beat
no.
it and punch it to you? Okay.
No, it's just going to massage it.
Okay,
very
good.
gently.
Way to work with the analogy.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
The Pinot Noir is probably the most flexible of all the red wines.
Okay.
Go with white meats, go with some fish, goes with red meats.
So if I had pork, I might consider
Pork is
using Pinot Noir?
fine, the
Okay.
chicken's fine,
Okay.
even the steak, as long as it's not too heavily grilled with a lot of spices.
Okay, so if you just have probably not steak au poivre, which
No,
is
no,
like
no,
the big
that's a
peppery
little too
steak,
heavy for it,
but,
yeah.
But for pork and chicken and
Well,
all
actually,
that,
a nice simply cooked roasted beef is perfect for Pinot Noir
Good
as well.
to know. Thank you very much, Aris.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Well, I got to get back. I still got to blanch some asparagus and cook it up when Carolina cooking continues.
Do you notice
This
the light
is nice.
colors? Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with Chef Wilson Hawes, and we are finishing up our recipe. We have one more step, and that's the asparagus, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
And I'm assuming asparagus
It's
just
a quick-
straight into the pan.
It's a quick cook.
Okay. All right. And then
All right.
we can leave it.
We're gonna leave that there for right this second.
All right.
We're gonna pull the rice and chicken out of the oven.
Let me get the door for you.
Alrighty.
All right. Chicken's already done. And we have the rice as well. Oop, be careful. And how long do we leave this in the oven for, by the way?
This rice is in the oven for about 20 minutes and
Okay.
the chicken for about 7 minutes, 7 to 10
All right.
minutes.
You want to set the rice there for me?
Gotcha.
And now we're all ready to finish up our asparagus, right?
Let's hold on for that just one second. Let's
All
go ahead
right.
and put rice and the chicken on the plate and sauce the plate, and then we'll pull the
I
asparagus
gotcha.
out at the last.
All right. So we put a little mound of rice there in the center.
Let's fluff it for just 1 second.
All right. We fluff the rice first, which is very important. Then we put a mound of it in the center. I'm just getting so excited about the whole eating step. Which,
You go ahead and put a little bit right in the middle.
all right. That about enough?
That's
Right like that?
perfect. That's
all right.
perfect.
And
That's
then
perfect.
we get a piece of chicken.
Grab the piece of chicken.
Ooh, a little warm. I like this one right here. Right there.
Yeah,
And
right
how do you
on
want
top.
right
You
like
put it
that?
right there.
All right. And then
Take your sauce.
sauce. Drizzle. All right.
Here, use that.
Got it. And like that.
That's perfect.
All right. And asparagus now. Quickly, we're
Pull the
running.
asparagus
We only
out.
have 30 minutes to do the show. It's 30 minutes or less. So, throwing the asparagus here.
There you go.
All right.
Put a
Throwing
little
butter. And a little
That's it.
butter. Get
That's
on in.
it.
Yeah, and asparagus
Salt,
on the
pepper.
thing, and we made it. If you want to find out more about our recipe or our wine or our chef or his restaurant, visit our website at carolinacooking.tv. Well, I didn't quite make it as pretty as yours, but well, that's Carolina Cooking. Sure about that.
Nice.
Go to carolinacooking.tv for the recipes featured on this show. Plus, on carolinacooking.tv, you'll find more information on the wine, chefs, and foods of Carolina cooking. That's carolinacooking.tv.